Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to show you how to do this Coachella inspired makeup. If you guys didn't know, I was at Coachella, I think it was 3 weeks ago now. It was amazing. The first weekend I went with the brand Kiehl's from the UK, and then the second weekend I was there with NYX US, and we had the most fun. It was awesome. It was such a good time. But my favourite part of the festival was definitely getting ready, doing my makeup, and getting excited about being more creative with my makeup as well. So this was the first look that I did when I was at the festival. This is the first look I posted onto Instagram, and you guys seem to really like it. So thank you so much for all the love on this look. I decided that I was going to recreate it for you when I got home. So keep watching if you would like to see how I created this look. I hope you guys like it. I look like a little naked baby. Okay, I've already done my eyebrows and we're just going to jump into the makeup. So the picture that I'm working off of is my Coachella inspired makeup. This is on my Instagram, and this is probably the most requested look. There was one other look that I really loved, and I had a kind of head jewel piece that was from the Gypsy Shrine. CC Clark, she's another influencer, she's from down in England, she's great. She actually gave me the little kind of head jewel thing, but obviously it's long gone. It's lost in the Coachella abyss. I'm just going to get started. The nice thing about this look is it is actually wearable apart from the kind of white accent details that I'll do. So I'm going to do the full makeup and then we'll do the kind of more festival bits after. So I've already done my eyebrows. I used, actually this is a new product to me, I used the Brow This Way Fibre Pencil from Rimmel. I got this in the mail a couple of days ago and it's really good actually. So I used that first, then my brow beater from Urban Decay in dark brown, and then I set my brows with Gimme Brow in the shade 3, which is like a nice kind of dark brown gel. And then I went ahead and carved out my brows using the Tarte Shape Tape. So we're going to do our eyes first. Well, I'm going to do the top of my eyes first, and when I was travelling the only neutral shadows that I took were the Melt Cosmetics shadows. So this is like a few stacks put together, but by far my favourite stack is the Rust stack. So I'm going to go in with the shade Blur and my MAC 224, and I'm just going to go all over and mattify my base, which is Laying Low Paint Pot. Then I'm going to go in with the shade Unseen. This is much loved by me, obviously, you can tell. And we're just going to build up the crease a little bit, again using the MAC 224. This is so depressing, getting ready for festival while being at home. So I've actually got a little bit of glitter on my eyelid. Don't know how that happened, but we're just going to work with it. I'm just using the usual motions, window kind of wiper movements, using my MAC 224, keeping the brush nice and high to help blend up towards the brow. I'm going to zoom in a little bit. So I'm still just using the shade Unseen. The Melt shadows are honestly, they're definitely one of my favourite eyeshadow formulas. They're just so blendable and beautiful. I just love them. But I'm actually going to switch out now. So once I've got that kind of base on, I'm going to switch out and use some Urban Decay shadows. So these are relatively new to me. These are two new shades of Urban Decay shadow. They are stunning. So I've got the shade Relish here and Spike. So I've got a nice orange and a nice kind of red. And I'm going to go in with the shade Spike first and the same brush, the MAC 224. And we're just going to start adding that into the crease. You can see that warmth straight away. These shadows are really beautifully pigmented as well. If this shadow, the same formula, same brand, if it was Urban Decay but it was the same size as the Melt, I would die. Again, we're just doing the same movements on top. Sorry if you guys can kind of notice my lisp. My teeth are nearly straight. I can't believe it. It's been so quick. But my braces, I'm actually getting them off on Friday. Today is Wednesday. So we're nearly done, guys. We're nearly done. I wish I could say that that's the reason my accent's so difficult to understand, but it's really not. I'm having some heart palpitations today, man. I'm not used to coffee anymore. I'm not used to waking up this early. Jet lag got me feeling a certain type of way. And then when I get to the kind of outside of my eye, I'm just using the side of the brush and kind of blending that out. Now I'm going to go in with the shade Relish. And we're just going to use the same brush, the MAC 224, but we're just going to concentrate that shadow more into the crease and honestly a little teeny tiny bit onto the lid. And the good thing about this look is that there's no liner involved, so it's actually super quick. And after I'm finished doing this tutorial, I already know that I'm just going to take the kind of white accents off and just wear this makeup today because I love it. I love these colours. They're so pretty. And then I'm going to go in with the shade Blur, and I'm actually just going to use the same brush, get loads of pigment, loads of product, and we're just going to go over our little lid and we're just going to mattify that right down. So not only is this a kind of festival makeup, but this is tried and tested by me and it lasts all day, even in the hot sun. So the mascara that I used when I was away was the Push Up Angel by Maybelline. I used this the entire time I was away, and I have to say I will be repurchasing this when I run out. It is amazing. I remember I used this in a video and at first I was like, look how stupid the brush is, but it's amazing. It's really good. So we're just going to start building up those lashes on the top, and I think the reason I like it so much is that it doesn't crumble, and when it dries and it's not going anywhere. It's just amazing. See what I mean? It's just fab. It's just fab. Super easy. I'm going to glue up these lashes. These are little old ones, but they are the Lily lashes in the style Can. And I'm just going to glue these up. This is the Iris Beauty My Glue Fang glue, and it's the same as the Duo glue that I love. The one with the kind of blue hue to it, the one with the green writing. Good eyelash glue is super important, especially if you're going to be wearing a makeup look for 12 hours in 30+ degrees Celsius. You need those lashes to stay on. Wah! While we're waiting for our lashes to dry, I'm going to stick on the Daily Reviving Concentrate Oil from Kiehl's. You guys already know that I love it. I'm putting on about 5 drops. I've already moisturised using my Skin Iceland. I'm just going to pat this on. Hydration is the key. When I was in the desert, I was using an SPF underneath my makeup. I didn't actually do any flash photography when I was out there, so I don't know if there was any flashback, but because we're at home, I'm not going to use an SPF. The moisturiser that I use is the Cloud Cream, the Pure Cloud Cream by Skin Iceland. Get it from Cult Beauty or M&S. It's my favourite. I love it. I've just got a new one because I ran out. Yeah, I go between that and Kiehl's moisturiser, so I've already put that on, or put my oil on. And the foundation I'm going to use today, I've spoken about quite a lot on Twitter and in my Sephora haul video, but it is the Natasha Denona Foundation X foundation. I used this every day when I was at Coachella. I used it every day when I was in LA, full stop. And as long as your skin is well hydrated, it's exfoliated as well, this foundation is bomb. So my skin type is kind of combination oily. I get the odd blemish obviously, but yeah, you'll see this in action in a hot sec. You'll love it. I'm just going to quickly stick my lashes on. I love lashes. I wear them every day, and I've wore these so many times and they're still fab. The only drama in my life is that of my lashes. I'm just going to wait for them to dry properly before I properly stick them on there. Now that we're all prepped, let's do some foundation. I've got my damp beauty blender and I'm just going to put 2 pumps of this on the back of my hand and I'll show you guys how it applies. That was a little rhyme. So the shade I use is number 42, which is medium. It was perfect for me when I had a little bit of fake tan still on. I've got a little bit of a tan from being away, so it's still good, but it is a super yellow tone foundation, which I actually really like. I don't mind that it's a little bit more yellow than I am, because if you look at my shoulders, this is my natural tan at the moment. It's still a bit lighter. I'm gonna have to go right over them bright red bad boys. And I'm just beauty blending this on. You can see that it's really good coverage. I like to bring it down my neck. It is full coverage. It's definitely not a full matte foundation, but it's more matte than, for example, the Tarte Rainforest of the Sea, more matte than the Born This Way foundation, but it's not a full matte on me anyway. Maybe that's because I use my oils underneath. I don't like a full matte foundation. It's not my fave. It makes my skin look old and dry. But look at that. 2 seconds, you've got beautiful coverage. And my powder's going really, really well on top, which is really important for me because I don't powder my entire face. If I was to use powders on top of a unset foundation and it went all cakey, I wouldn't be able to use it because I refuse to powder my entire face. It just looks so bad on me. So nice, right? So underneath our eyes, Shape Tape. I'm actually using the shade medium at the moment, which is not actually that light. I'm just dotting that on. I like to use it in my centre areas as well. And my problem area is actually at the moment mostly just right here, so I like to use a bit of concealer there, and we're just going to beauty blend that in too. Another thing I was doing when I was away, when I had even more of a tan, so this was actually a bit pale, was I was using the Hourglass foundation, the Vanish stick, and then using this, just a little bit of that, and then using this to blend in, and that was the best coverage ever. But I only did that a couple of days. The rest of the time I just used this by itself. And that right there is some full coverage fabulousness. So to set my makeup, I'm actually going to use, and this is quite new to me, I've not talked about it on YouTube before, but I've been using it every day. I use the Pure 4-in-1 Pressed Mineral Makeup in Light Tan. So it's a little touch lighter than my skin tone, but it does actually match me quite nicely. And I'm going to use the Kat Von D Shade and Light brush. I'm going to use the shade part, and we're just going to sweep that underneath the eyes to set. And then I like to use this on my smile lines, down the side of my nose as well. Just the kind of centre areas, I suppose. And I like to use it on my forehead. And I was doing this every day when I was away, and I don't know whether this might be a contributor as to why my makeup was lasting all day. Now let's finish our eyes. And then just to quickly finish off my eye makeup, I'm going to go in with the shade Spike and just a kind of smaller brush. I'm going to use the Smith 230 brush. I'm just going to go underneath my lash line and smoke that out. And I can honestly say that this eyeshadow would look unreal on every eye colour, especially blue and green. Brown it would kind of more complement, but if you've got blue or green eyes, this would make your eyes pop so much. And I'm just blending that out a little bit more with my Charlotte Tilbury eye blender brush. That's like the nicest warm smoky eye I've ever done in my entire life. And then I'm going to go in with a tiny touch of the Relish colour and just go on the kind of outsides of my eye. Just there to get a little bit more dimension. And then all that's left to do is to build up the bottom lashes. I'm going to use the Push Up Angel Mascara by Maybelline. Maybe it's Maybelline. And that makes the whole kind of under eye look darker without adding shadow. I feel like this mascara's got better as it's got older. It's kind of clumpier, so it just like it's thicker going on, you know? Perfect. So that is the eyes looking super dramatic, loving life. And now we're going to go in, and this is my new favourite brush for this. We're going to go in with MAC Give Me Sun, not Dark Tan. I went and picked this up just before I went away, and it's just a little bit more warm toned. I think Dark Tan is dark, but it could almost look a little bit dark pink. So this is a wee bit more kind of warm toned. I want to say orange, but I don't want to say orange. And we're going to use the Charlotte Tilbury Powder and Sculpt brush, and this is my favourite brush for starting to build up a contour. So we're going to start adding all the tan. And when I was doing this look when I was away, I did a super contour. By that I mean I was really, really bronzed. I'm just starting at the top of the ear like usual, working my way down to the corner of the mouth, using small movements and making sure I'm really buffing that into the foundation because I've not powdered my face. And then I'm going to use a little bit around my jaw. And then the forehead. The forehead is important. So I kind of go around the perimeter of my hairline, and then I actually bring the bronzer quite far down this time. Just because I want to be the most bronze I've ever been in my entire life, okay? Give me the space to be that person. And if you go too much, you get your little powder brush from earlier and you just little circular movements, you kind of buff that back. And then I'm going to go in with my Morphe M402 brush. This is my favourite bronzer brush. And I'm just going to do a light sweep all over. This will just kind of stop it from being as harsh. And it will just kind of bronze up the entire face. And I love using this brush for going down my neck. Now I'm going to go in with the Bahama Mama bronzer, and this is such an amazing contour shade. It's like a really deep ash brown, and just a little touch of this onto my Charlotte Tilbury brush, just to build up that contour a little bit more. And then I'm actually going to go in with this brush and this colour, and I'm going to snatch my nose just a little, just one time, just a little bit. And it's not actually that noticeable in real life at all, but on pictures and on film it makes a big difference. Now, I have a sad story. When I was away, my Becca Opal smashed on the bathroom floor. It was a sad time. When I got home from Coachella, I was delighted to find a little parcel from Milk Cosmetics with their new digital dust highlighters in there. So this is Stargazer, which is beautiful. I'm wondering if maybe I should try the golden one. So they come in a really beautiful box. The packaging for this is actually just so beautiful. And I'm actually going to mix two of them together because I am a wee bit more tan today. Ooh. I'm going to use a little bit of golden ore and a little bit of Stargazer, and we're going to highlight the fuck out of our faces. So the brush I'm going to use is the Morphe R3. I just got a delivery of Morphe stuff yesterday, and I'm really intrigued to see how I like this highlight brush. It's good. And I'm going to put in a little bit of golden ore. Oh my god. These are flipping amazing highlighters. I'm so proud of the girls from Melt. I wish I'd had these for going away. Oh my god. So I'm actually just mixing those two together. If you guys are thinking that you really want to get one, Stargazer for my skin tone and lighter would be lovely, and then golden ore for my skin tone and darker would be lovely, because I can get away with using both. But if you are any fairer than I am, then I think it might be a little bit too goldeny on you. For the centre of my face, I'm just going to use the Stargazer with a little eyeshadow brush. I'm going to do my Cupid's bow and Tin Man the fur out of her nose. Yeah, we're looking shiny. And then what I like to do is just grab my bronzer brush and just blend that into my contour a little bit. And then I'm actually just going to finish this look off for a kind of more natural is the wrong word. More of a kind of evening makeup without the kind of festival part. So I'm going to use my Kat Von D brown, I think it's called Mad Max brown, just to fill in my little freckle. Bitter. And then I totally forgot to highlight my inner corner. I'm going to use the Stargazer from Melt again. Obviously I'm going to do a little nude lip, my favourite. I'm going to use the Urban Decay Liar Lip Liner and the Tarte Rainforest Lipstick in Skinny Dip. Favourite. I love it. For a lipstick, it is so long lasting, it's super nourishing. It doesn't actually give you that crazy line because it's so kind of creamy. It just fades really nicely and you don't need to worry about looking like a maniac, so it's great all round. And once you've done your lip liner, again, I just use the Liar Lip Liner by Urban. I've started actually giving myself a Cupid's bow again, and I'm just going to fire this lipstick on. And I'm going right over the lip liner, and then I'm going to finger blend it in. And that is the ultimate nude lip. I freaking love it. It's my favourite colour. It's not the kind of nude that makes your teeth look yellow. It's just like my life. It's perfect. If I could make a lipstick, it would not be that far off this, honestly. I think it's so perfect. And it's the creamiest. They smell good. They don't really smell like much, which I actually like. I think that's fine. I'm not really buying a lipstick for it to smell amazing, you know. At this point, I'm going to actually set my makeup. And I'm using the All Nighter from Urban Decay. Love this stuff. It's completely, it's not underrated at all actually, people love it. It's worth the hype. I think it's great. I love the new packaging. I think that Urban have changed up their packaging lately on their kind of makeup prep, and they've got new products that kind of help take your makeup off and stuff. I think it's just really clever. I love what they've done, so this is fab. I set my entire face. I'm going to go in with a little touch more powder, just my smile lines, my chin and my forehead. Tell me what you think. What do you think about me using a little bit more powder? I think it actually looks better. I don't look as kind of oily as before, apart from my Need To powder right there. I can see it, I can see right here. I actually think it makes me look a wee bit more airbrushed. Not that I look airbrushed, but you know what I mean. Good. So if you're not going to a festival, if you're just kicking about and you want to look like a summer princess, stop right here. But we're not finished. This is actually, it's going to take me 2 minutes to make this into a festival makeup, you know that. So all you need, and this is my favourite product for this, is the NYX White Liquid Liner. And we're going to just do some accents onto our makeup to make it a little bit more boho. Like I showed you in the photo, it's literally just, I'm just going to do it. I'm just going to do it. I'm not going to be nervous. So the first thing is the little line on your lip. So it's up to you. I actually have another lipstick here that I was going to show you guys. So this is my favourite lipstick at the moment. But if you wanted something that's a little bit more long lasting and a little bit more matte, then I highly recommend the Tarte Liquid Lip in Salty. I'll do a little swatch comparison. These are my two favourite lip products. So if I show you, this right here is Skinny Dip, this is what I've got on, and then this is Salty, the matte lip paint. So they're both pretty similar, they're both really nude. For me, those are my two favourite lip products. I'm going to stick with the lipstick at the moment, and I'm going to get my white liner, and we're going to do a little line down the lip. So I have a piercing, so I'm just going to go from the piercing to the piercing. If you don't have a piercing, you can draw the line the full way down your lip. Or what you can do is you can buy a fake lip ring. You can get them pretty much everywhere, Amazon, eBay. I've not bought one because it wouldn't fit me anyway because of this piercing, but they do look really cute, they look really real. And all the girls that were wearing them said that they felt really comfortable. So I'm just going to use this. We've got the line. It looks cute as anything, you can't deny it. The next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to do little dots along the top of my eyebrows. They're really easy, especially when you've got a product like this. You literally just dot it on. Oh man, I'm really nervous doing this today. So I've done 5 little ones and then I'm going to do more along the top. Maybe I will just wear this makeup today. And I'm just being really careful. Ta-da! And then when we've got the dots on, you can kind of go back over them and perfect them if you need to. Like some of mine are a little bit more faded. And then the last thing I'm going to do is I'm going to do 2 little lines across my nose. So the way I do this is I just kind of do a little dot where I want the lines to be, and then I'm just going to go out the way so I get a nice thin tapered line. I'm going to try and make the top line a little bit longer and thicker. Cool, and then the last thing I'm going to do is a line down the middle of my forehead. Wow, fucked it up. I'm going to get my little angle brush that I use for concealer around my brows, and I'm just going to try and tidy it up a little bit. That is flipping terrible. I'm not doing it again though, sorry guys. It's not happening. Do you know what? I actually don't mind it's a bit messy. Nobody's perfect, okay? The most important thing is it's kind of in the middle, okay? And it is kind of in the middle. And then when I was away, obviously I was living that hoop life. Bing! And this was my favourite festival makeup that I did, by far. That's the finished look, you guys. I hope you liked it. Like I said before, it is actually super simple, and without all the kind of white added extras, it's the most beautiful glam daytime summery look or evening look. Wherever you want to wear it, you wear it, girl. I see you. As for hair, I'm flipping terrible at hair, and I am way past blow dry day, so I'm just going to leave mine like this. Gonna sweep the back into a little bun, and I'm keeping the rest down and flowy. What you can do is you can add some, I don't know, just try and fix it. There we go, it's a bit bigger now. As for clothes, I am actually wearing the kind of beach cover up that I wore. I've got a bikini on in true Coachella form. And I actually just wore this with a belt around it, and it made the most kind of cutest little dress. It was really, really easy. I hope you guys like this makeup. Please let me know down below if you want me to do any kind of more festival-y makeups. Obviously, Coachella is finished for this year, but this makeup will be up so you can recreate it next year. Or if you've got any festivals coming up anyway, definitely tag me if you recreate this look. It's not the most original look, but it's a look that I did that I really, really loved, so I hope you guys like it too. And apart from that, I will see you in the next tutorial. Bye!